energy today. All right, welcome, guys. Hey, I'm so happy to see you guys. It's January, and look at what the weather is like. No other place in this world like this. I don't know if you guys, anybody watch football? I was watching some of these football games over the weekend in New England, in just in the East Coast, and I was like, man, these poor people, and here I am, where the sun is just blasting in our faces. I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But you know what we like to do? We want to start off with some wins. What have you guys got going on? And if you guys weren't here last week, it's okay. Share something over the holidays. Share some wins, something cool happening in your life, in your business, any new listings. You can share even new listings later on as well too. What do you guys got for me? Any good wins? I know Betty was showing off a win with that. Look at that fancy phone holder. Betty, show everybody. Everybody. Betty and her phone go hand in hand, and look at what she just got. Oh, yeah. You got to watch out now. Betty's got a phone holder, tripod, and everything. I love it, love it. What do you guys got? Any good wins that you guys? I've got one.
I do.
Yeah, you.
We're closing on a big house tomorrow that we did with Crown Guy Metro. Been like 6 months in the best good. And then commercial lease TV also like a huge deal. We won't get paid on that for another like 4 months. Two great, transactions to start the year. So
Awesome. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. What else? What else? Anything personal, anything business related, a good one you can share with all of us here. What else is going on?
What's going on in your life?
What's going on? Much better. I don't know if you guys were, some of you guys know, last week I could barely walk. I'm still walking 100%, but my back is much better now. Thank you to, what do they call it? Tense machines? You guys know what tense are?
Is that like Pilates?
No, you like a patch, you stick it on your body, it shoots electric,
Oh, yeah.
stimulates you electric stimulation. And whole thing. It is the best thing, and what I heard is these things you to rent through. Sure, it's about thousands of dollars. This thing was $60. Amazing, isn't that crazy? $60 on Amazon. Highly recommend if you have muscle aches, anything like that. So I've got the tenth machine several times throughout the day.
It's a vibrator?
It's electric sync, what do you call it? Like a stimulating.
Yeah.
Electric shock there.
Yeah, a little but it's like not a big shock.
Yeah.
It almost feels like someone is just going punchy. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. Recommend it. Highly recommend it. All right. We got some new listings coming up. Natsuko's got 1281 Cabrillo Avenue. Take your camera, take pictures of these as they're going through them. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 843 square foot condo in Torrance, 600. Tuba's got one, 2235. Great job, Tuba. It's a for sale at 704 in San Pedro. Tuba, can you share with us a little bit about this one? Any details on this?
Hi, it's a beautiful condo. The view and turnkey on ready. I'm 704. 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Is that a real picture?
No, it's visual scene.
Okay, visual station picture itself looks amazing.
Yeah. How much is it? 740.
And with the view,
Yes.
amazing.
And also the leads coming up, 5 plus and Solimar, 55. That's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Better too bad. With an elevator.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I had it was the question.
Oh. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, San Pedro. That is ocean. Not AI. Well, some of it is AI. furniture is. Raymond's got 2011 Reynosa Drive. If you got someone looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,786 square feet, I mean, anything with those specs and Torrance is going to fly off the shelf. 1.375 million. Laura here. Okay, Laura's 199 Molina in Signal Hill, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,750 square feet. Can you tell us a little bit about this one?
It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a bonus room, penthouse style, very spacious, beautiful views of the ocean, city life. It's got super convenient. You get out of your car, 2 spaces, and you drive. You move right out to your home. It's really nice. And I should have it open this weekend, 11 to 2, and we'll be putting boxing probably today.
So look at these. I don't know. You guys are doing something with these pictures.
Yeah, it's really nice.
These pictures are looking great. Like South Bay living. This is awesome. All right, we got some closings. Lauren closed on a lease for 300 and beautiful picture of RPV. Young Lee, full agent for 4,800 in Rancho Palos Verdes. And it was a bit of a slow week. But hey, it's okay. Hey, we're family. We're gonna have real conversations. We're gonna get some more listings, more sales, more buyers, more everything. I mean, because look, and here's what they say. They say real estate is in 90-day cycles. So a lot of the stuff that's saying now, okay, fine. The holidays might have been a little bit slower the last months, where we're slowing down. But now it's January. We're gonna have great things happening in February and in March. Can I get what?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, needs and wants. This is a time where we can share what we're looking for. If we have a buyer need, client need, I don't know, seller needs buyers, I guess, or upcoming list off market. Anybody have anything to share on needs and wants? Oh, let me go Cindy and then Betty.
I have a lease coming up at the Villages in Redondo Beach, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, incredible views of the PV Hill, the ocean, and completely. It's gonna be around 5,000 a month.
5,000 a month. All right, thank you. Stuff down. Betty. Betty got a need.
Yeah, anything in 2-bedroom up, 800.
Preferred townhouse, 2-bedroom up,
Yes.
under.
Like the summer wind,
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
all cash.
All cash buyer. Beautiful. All right, John.
I need a house in Rolling Hills under,
3,500.
yeah. In Rolling Hills.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There we go. I love it. We got love connections here. I'm talking about I love connections. Love making that. Anybody else? Anything needs a more?
I have a listing coming up for those that didn't hear last week. A 3-bed, 2.5-bath, about 2,000 square feet in the terrace. We narrowed down the price range. It's to be around 1.5 to 1.2. So if anyone's has any buyers on terraces.
All right, terraces. Thank you. Anybody else? Any other needs and wants? Needs and wants. If you guys are interested, can I? Yeah. Okay. If have these are kind of a little bit out there. I have condo in Fullerton that's listed. Downtown LA going to be listed next week, a week from today. Rancho Cucamonga, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,700 square feet. We still have one in Whittier. Price really low, $689 for 3-bedroom, 2-bath, tiny little house, but it's on 7,000 square foot lot. If you guys are interested, if you guys know somebody in those areas. All right, anything else? Any other needs and wants? No? Oh, Karen.
Sorry,
No, that's perfect timing.
we just relisted the condo that we had in Lakeview Terrace. In city, so this is low end, but it's a very nice condo for $39,000. So any first time people sitting there looking for a spot, It's 2 bedrooms, move-in ready, and has a private 2-car garage, not tandem side by side. And they can't find it. Got it, so let's do it.
Okay, so what that price again?
439. They just raised it.
Where's
There's the pool,
HOA is $5,000, guys?
spa, elevator, pickleball court.
Oh, big ball course.
Right across the street from Ken Lloyd Park, so you look out at the lake. Pool and fireplace, that's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else? Any other needs and wants? Anything coming up? All right. Well, I want to welcome Kenyetta. And we want to also thank her. She provided us some bread. And a lot of you guys know ready from Home Guard. Kenyetta, come on up. Let's get more welcome.
Good morning, everyone. First, before I get started, did I get every business card? Because I'm gonna do it. So we got like 5 seconds.
She always does little raffles.
Thank you. The A students always bring their business card. If you want to get an A, always have your business card. Thank you so much, Richard and Heather, for inviting me. Oh, look, you pivot. I love brain pivot. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. Happy to be with you again. I didn't see you guys New Year, so I'm so excited. I'm excited. Last so guess what? We got a chance to do it again all. So let's do it. Let me tell you about Home Guard in case you didn't know. Again, my name is Kenyetta Sugars. I am your local account manager, Keller Williams here in PV. Home Guard is a local inspection company that started in 1988. You're like, Kenyetta, how come I haven't heard of you guys? We started in Northern California by 2 guys named Jim, a termite inspector and an officer that said, you know what the industry needs? The industry needs a stop shop. And 6 years we migrated to Southern California. I don't want you to make a phone call, a home, a termite, pool, a roof, all the inspections. You can make a phone call and we'll take care of it all. You deal directly with me. All of you got my contact information there, my business card, as well as our price. The next slide, I'll tell you about some differentiators about Home Guard, because there's a lot of that's on the market. There's a lot of inspectors out here. Did you know that anybody could be an inspector? Somebody could say, I worked in construction for a year. I want to be an inspector. I go buy me a truck and now I'm an inspector. Well, you're somebody reputable. So we've been providing decades and decades of experience. Some of the things that make us different is one, always like to say, we carry over $10 million of errors and omissions insurance. Say, wow. Very important, because while we hope nothing goes wrong, we'll be careful and we can take care of anything that does happen. We also have multiple inspectors on site because we know your time is right and the client needs to do what they're doing. So 3 inspections from us, multiple inspectors taking care of your client. We're going to get the inspection done very thoroughly and we're going to get that taken care of so you can be off your way. We do offer inspections Monday through Saturday, and we have time slots. So 8:30, 10:30, 1:30, and 3:30. If you get your inspections done at 8:30 or 10:30, you will get same day reports because that's important, right? Who has time to 2-3 weeks for an inspection? Nobody. So we get that done the same day. If you get the latter day scheduling, we take about 24 hours to get those reports. So are very excited about that. For our roof, we have some really, really cool technology because we care about our inspectors. We don't want them climbing on the roofs and doing all of that. I do a lot of Keller Williams. I do deal with a lot of top producers working on inspections. So you guys can understand that. Kenyetta, remember my face. I am here for you. A lot of people, if they want to check with me, all they do is they send me a message. They say, hey, I need an inspection. The details. Here's the address. Here's the inspections that I need. Can you do it tomorrow? And sometimes I try to really make magic happen. So our call center gets mad at me and say, hey, Kenyetta, why are you telling me that we need to do it in 4 hours? I'm like, I don't care, make it happen. So I am your make it happen girl. The last thing that I want to about Home Guard, which is really, really awesome. You order a home and a termite inspection, you get a third inspection for absolutely free. Everybody say, wow. That is not a promotion. It is not for, it's something that we offer in Home Guard because we earn your business. Again, I'm Kenyatta Sugars. I'm the hardest working girl that you will see in inspections. I want you to know that. If you're on social media, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Home Guard Helper because I am here to help you. You can also find me on Facebook. There's two. There's going to be two under my name. Plus the one that's Home Guard because you don't want to see all the silly videos of my 8-year-old because she has me TikToking and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Please send me a friend request. I love to be friends with you and I love business. With that being said, I'm going to
Wait, so
yes,
just to clarify one thing, because I don't think I've ever this. You have 4 time slots,
every single
so
day.
there's no going back and forth. No 2 o'clock, no 2. How about 2:15?
No.
That makes it pretty easy, doesn't it? I've
Yeah.
never heard that before. 4 time slots, just
Four
get that
time slots. So obviously, if you have to do a home and a termite, say sewer line, we're going to try to get you to get that 8:30 time slot because obviously it takes a little to get that done. But yes, 4 time slots Monday through Saturday. And we go really far, all the way to the Inland Empire. I did an inspection all the way in San Bernardino. We go all the way up to Barstow, South Bay. That is my territory, as well as North LA. We have a really wide area for you, so we can take care. Any other questions? Yes. The cost is, all the cost details are right there on that little red, white, and blue that you have right there. Something also bringing that up. You'll notice that our prices are very, very competitive. Not only are they competitive, you get extra discounts. So if your client pays on site, an additional $40 off each inspection, just total. But each inspection, if they pay right on site, get an additional $40 off. So if there are 3 inspections, $100 off already our competitive prices. Okay? I give away more money because I'm crazy like that. My boss is like, Kenyatta, what are you doing? I'm like, I said I can give away money, so I'm going to give away money. So right now we're going to do raffles. I got the business right. No last people to come up. And the first person that I'm going to call is Betty. Betty, I just won $100 off a gift coupon for a action. So you get to work, Betty. You got to get to work. And then the second person whose name I'm going to, is it transfer? Betty is transferring. So you got it yesterday? Wow. Betty, you're just winning all the stuff.
for the $1,000 in some country.
I heard.
Wow. Person to win is Chung. All right. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate you for having me here. Please let me know how I can serve you. Thank you.
Kenyatta's got the energy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, Brent, come on up. And by the way, I'll tell you guys this, on Monday mornings, you guys will see later, we've been doing a class every day. And it's not just for new agents, but a lot of new agents are there, but John's been in the class and we've had Tim Lesser, I mean, he's been licensed since, I don't know, there's a 9 in front of it, for a long, but he's been showing every single class and just a lot of value. So really want to just give you a shout out for that.
Yeah, it's a blessing to be this office and seeing the new agents and growth and seeing the energy you brought in here as well. So it's great to be a part of it. So first time I've spoke with you all in the new year. So I hope you had a great new year and good to be back. I do have a couple things, just kind of like a quick roundup updates flyer on everyone's. It is the 2020 real update. So These are new laws that have either gone into effect this year or they are in place that impact properties this year. So things like Alicia had talked about quite a bit, like FinCEN requirements or things like the illicit and wildfire zones, but there's other ones for CRs, HO, etc. I figured this would be a great to like share with your clients. For those that were asked last week, I showed how you can, put this in a Gemini, put it in Williams command and easily email this to your clients. But of course, we'll do class next week. So if people wanted to see that and see how you use this flyer, give it to AI, have a nice email that you can send to people in class. But one that I want to talk about today that's a little bit timely just because the deadline passed. Funny enough, it actually doesn't have the Senate bill on it. It's the third. Can everyone see the one that says balcony inspection? That one is actually Senate Bill 721. I figured this would be one for a refresher because the deadline for this Senate bill has actually just gone into effect. So this is, for those that aren't familiar with it, is it mandated inspections of exterior elements, and we'll go into what those are, for 3+ unit properties in California. And those inspections were due by January 1st, 2020. So anyone that owns a 3+ property in California has inspections, and in essence, what they are is exterior elevated. So think of wood-based, structures, walkways, porches, stairs, etc., that are 6 feet and above, built in wood. They're made for humans to walk on them, stand them, etc. They need to be inspected, see if there's anything to be repaired. It needs to be done every year. So the inspection starting January 1st, every 6 years, doing these inspections as well. And basically, what can happen with these inspections is someone will go out, they'll inspect the property, and there might be emergency or that this need to be acted upon immediately. So that could be closing off the stairway, getting someone out there, and then also requirements. So for example, the inspector needs to get to the city in 15 days. There can also be non-emergency repairs that have a more timeline as well. So it gives the owners a little bit of leniency. But I guess where I was curious, how is this bill actually going to go? Is it just, the cities going around to every 3 property and seeing if they have the reports or not? But it turns out it's more so. So, think of maybe a property sale. The bill mandates that on sale, the property owner needs to have a copy of instructions and delivers to the buyers in the transaction. Or another thing that could happen would, complaints filed by tenants that live in those properties. Maybe there's unsafe conditions on the stairs. They complain enough to the city, and then the city is notified. So it's more so a trigger-based event where they need to have these inspections. But one key thing that the bill kind of talked about, and I saw online a lot, was about liability issues. So let's say a homeowner had done the work on that 3+ unit property, didn't get an inspection, something was wrong, someone gets hurt, and then this insurance company can say, okay, we'll have you, done your Senate Bill 721 inspection. Next thing you know, you might lose that insurance coverage as well. So something that I figured can help you owners, and it can lead to things like penalties as well from the city. Let's say like they haven't done it, could lead to fines. $100 to $500 per day, and eventually could do a lien on the property as well. But like I said, this thing where like if everyone does it, all of a sudden they're going to get fines and liens, etc. More so if something's wrong or if they go to sell the property. And then why I figure this would be helpful is because I always think it's a massive opportunity to reach homeowners. So a big base of property owners that own these 3 properties, there's always people that you can contact in an area that you're familiar with. So I was looking at 7,000+ properties in a Bay footprint that basically have to have these reports moving forward. So obviously not a ton in this, Verdes footprint, but think Torrance, San Pedro, Lomita, Redondo Beach. There's a massive amount of 3+ unit properties that you can say, hey, just wanted to let you know this new inspection requirement to see if you need to do that, partners, etc., that can help you with those. And then of course, if you ever need this information, go to our website, lunatitleteam.com. We have a nice form where you can even this. So let's say later today, you're like, hey, I want to reach out to, 500 property owners in Redondo Beach that own a 3+ unit property. So when you're on our website, lunatitleteam.com, have this nice feature card here called Request a Farm. So say you wanted me to email you a list of these owners, maybe put it into your Keller Williams command account where you can email them some of this information. Very simply, you can just click on the area you wanted to. You can create that map right there. Just put in 3+ unit properties, fill out your information, submit, and we'll prepare the rest for you. So hopefully things that you can reach out to people, let them know about moving forward. And then last couple things we have a couple of updates. This is our baby. We love making things easier for you. So we started wanting to keep of everything we talk about at the meeting, like for example, Senate Bill 720. I know it's a lot of information. We're talking fast. There's a lot of points that it'd be nice to have it all in one place. We now do that for you. So if you go to our website, lunatitleteam.com, and go to our new search bar, actually, where you can search for features, I have this one here called, can everyone see that? So this one, any here and present on a new topic, or maybe class like 19, property tax resources, property profiles versus prelims, or one like Senate Bill 721 inspection. So you can read this guide, see there, it's going to give you information on what it is, who can do the inspection. So we'll always be putting that way you can go back to it, send it to clients, etc. So things make your lives a little bit easier. And then finishing up, I know it's 2026, so we're not digital idle reps. We also have the physical, means to help you as well. So if anyone wants to get this year, we have a course, the 2026 you can put on your desk, and then we have these nice monthly as well. So if you want like a data, be able to keep track of things, let me know.
Wrap it on the day.
Yep, awesome. Any questions?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my amazing mom. I meant to reference that. If you ever need to like reach out to us and you're like, what was that person's name again? How do I get a hold of them? If you go to Luna, and I met both of us too. I know my mom's famous. Titleteam.com. If you're on the site, go to where it says contact us. If you're like, how do I get a hold of them? It's gonna pop up information. You can click on those, call us, etc. Awesome.
You have the best website I've ever seen for
Nice.
Isn't this amazing? The resources that are on.
Nice. Thank you.
I mean, for especially ages, we want to learn. We're, so there's so much in that website right there. And I just thought of something. I just thought, right? Maybe you need to brand it Lunaverse.
Ah, there we go. I like it.
Amy.
Okay.
No, I love that. That's a resources. I love that. All right, upcoming events. We've got stuff coming up. Hey, if you guys don't know yet, Canva, part of KW. There's a great ship, so we're doing a lot of stuff on Canva. Wednesday, January 14th, 11 a.m. There's going to be some Canva classes, and we are have a Canva class in our market center to be determined. We have a very special, really good instructor. In fact, she does most of our Canva stuff for us. Her name rhymes with Feather, but I won't tell you who it is. It's a surprise instructor. First, that's going to be happening too. But if you can't, you also want to do it. Look, take as many of these with Veronica and Kim. They're going to be doing that on Zoom, so that you can take full advantage of your Canva account that you get for free. Canva Pro, guys. Thursday, we're going to do a third class on offers and negotiations. I love doing this on Zoom every day. I do a lot of just case studies, a lot of stuff that I did on my own, or that we're doing in my own production. Last week, we just went over a listing agreement that I reviewed for another agent. And we're just like, hey, here's some of the things that this agent could have done better. And we pointed out those things. So a lot of case studies there.
Richard.
Yeah.
Is that AI?
No.
Which one?
This one,
Canva? It's going to be an AI class?
is it like AI or not?
No.
For Canva, no. So just, but by the way, AI on Canva is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I almost paid to attend the class, but this is different.
No, but look, you'll probably learn some of the AI tools in Canva. And then, all this stuff is made on Canva. It's great. And speaking of AI, next Tuesday, right after the team meeting, Grant's been getting a lot of great feedback on his AI and KW command class. You're going to learn how to use a CRM, the one that you guys all get for free, KW command, and how to implement AI with it. Ignite After Dark, it's always happening. It's going. I'm getting great feedback on this one too. Today is going to find your feature. It's the last session. It starts over again. So it continuously goes. Let people know about this too. This is a great way to start getting business, and you're never too experienced to go through this class. Reunion, that's going to be February 21st to the 24th in Atlanta, Georgia. We are super excited about it. Yes, early bird pricing ended a long time ago, but we can always try to. There are people that aren't able to go. They're selling their tickets. If you have, let me know so I can keep an eye out for tickets. But they're about $1,000. But we also make it easy for you guys. Here's how you're going to do it to earn a free ticket. We did this for Mega Camp. We're doing something similar for Family Reunion. One, scan that code and register. Got to first register. And second, recruit. Help us. And I want to even just clarify what recruit means. Introduce 2 agents out there that are doing good business. To me, that's it. You're not doing the actual recruiting. All you're doing is starting to chat with me so that I meet with them and I can share with them what it's all about. If you do that, 2 agents and they join us, you get a full reimbursement. You got to do that within the next 6 months. You get a lot of time to do it. And you do one producing agent, you get half of the value reimbursed. So you can literally, just by making connections, if you close a deal with somebody, you think that, oh man, this agent was great. This listing agent was, or this buyer's agent was great. I think they'd be great fit for our company. To start a group chat with me, and we'll bring them over. We'll do our best to bring them over, and then you guys can get a reimbursement. All right, well, this time, I mean, just like we're growing and we're bringing agents into our company, we always want to make an introduction for agents that have joined us. I'll first start off with an agent that was here previously several years ago. We are so happy that he's back because, I mean, not only, I've met him and we've chatted a little bit, and I've you meet somebody, you get such a great feeling from people. And not only that, but I've heard great things about this person too. So all welcome Harold. Harold, well, first let's all welcome him. And Harold, I hate to put you on the spot, but if you could just share with us just a little bit about yourself, just a real quick, like 30 summary on who you are.
Well, very much happy to be back. I've been in real estate for a long time. Got my original license in 1980, my broker's in 84. And I've specialized in commercial, but right now residential is where it's at here. 25 years now. And after a bit of a health issue, I'm now back better, healthier, and I'm just happy to be here.
Love it, love it, love it. How many guys are here? Harold? Anybody? Yeah, so a good number of you guys know him. So yeah, we're just so excited now.
You can disclose our age too. No.
Only you guys. No.
Few people.
Yeah. I also wanted another agent that joined us from another brokerage, and when I first met him, he just said, "Look, I really want to level up my business." And for me, when I joined KW 2021, some of you guys know, I multiplied my production by a lot, and I felt like, oh man, where was when I first? So I was like, man, this is the place for you. Then I'm just telling you from my own experience. So let's welcome Lloyd. Yeah. Well, can you share with us a little bit about yourself?
To be here. I came from another broker who where the commission was pretty aggressive there, but over time I realized that I really need to branding, and they just quite did not have the level of branding that KW has. But I've been in real estate for over 10 years. I started flipping homes and eventually got my license. Did residential, and 2 years ago started doing commercial, and I closed first 2 commercial transactions last year. So very much looking forward to doing more commercial transactions and more residential transactions as well. And yeah, thank you.
Awesome, very. Right. And we got some birthdays too in January. So if you see these people or give them a text, we got Carolina, Alicia, Irene, who's might be Emmanuel, Mark, David, Juan, Zoltan, Corey, Robert, and I don't know who this. I don't know. Do you guys know this guy is?
He's new.
Yeah, and Manny. Yeah, happy birthday, guys. Yeah, I mean, Manny can now legally, or he's gonna be able to legally drink.
Me and Betty.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so what I wanted to look. I mean, I'm sharing this too is just of joining our company, and one of the things that I read or saw on social media this past week, and I posted it too, is goals are good, goals matter, but what matters more is put yourself in an environment where those goals are inevitable. It's the environment, and I love being in this environment because we're surrounded by other agents, and I think we've got to take advantage of it. Agree? And so I want to mastermind, and one of the things that I'm hearing a lot of, I'll be very selfishly honest. I'm kind of struggling with one of our listings right now on this. But what do you do when a listing sits? Super excited, you're like, awesome, I got a listing sign. Let's schedule the photographer, stager, let's schedule everybody, let's get this going. Oh man, you're telling the sellers, you made the right, I'm the right person to sell your home. We're gonna get a lot of offers and nothing to worry about. I'm your guy.
Problem right there, you never say that.
Oh, where there. Now I know I never say that. What do you that listing sits now like first weekend? All right, you get a few people at the open house, no offers. Some people even put offer deadlines. They get a little cocky. They're like, oh, let's put an offer deadline because you're gonna have multiple no offers. And so I wanted to just really have a mind on this. First of all, how many of you guys have gone through it yourself personally? A listing that sits with no activity, no offers, a lot longer than what you thought.
6 months.
6 months. Was that the record? How many got longest listing? Who can beat 6 months? Karen?
Or 2 years.
2 years. 2 years. Laura?
Going on 2 years.
Going on 2 years. So there's a lot here too. Now, I mean, and I'll kind of start off with this. So the first thing is, how do you explain to the seller? How do you have that conversation, seller? Second, you need to change something in your marketing.
You need to change your marketer to darker.
Is that okay? Oh, my handwriting's terrible to begin with. Is it? Oh, we'll do it dark. There you go. All right. So we got marketing and price. We'll kind of lump together. First of all, how do we explain this to how many of you guys have had that conversation with sellers? What do we do here? Hey, do we blame the market? How many of you guys blame the market?
We don't always blame the market, but that's
Okay.
one reason.
That's one reason. I mean, maybe you don't want to call it blame, but the reality is what the market is like right now. You're the one that wanted to list it on Christmas Eve. Yeah. All right. How do we have this conversation? Yes, Harold.
Well, a lot of times, the amount of exposure, they don't want people coming at certain times and they're not flexible.
Yeah. Not flexible. Right? Let me just jump over to marketing and price. So then, of course, there's price reductions on how to do that, remarket. So here's what I would like to do. Based on really, I mean, it comes down to, I think, a lot of it to these two categories, right? I mean, the third category too. Here's what I would love to do. I would love to just spend about 10 minutes in your table or with just people around you. Maybe even just you five, like three with each table, and just kind of talk about, okay, and we'll have one person be a scribe. One person will write this down. how are you gonna have, well, what are ways that you can have this explained to the seller? What are some scripts that are you gonna use? What are some things that you're gonna show to the seller? And then what are you gonna do with marketing? What are you gonna do with price? How do you explain this to the seller too? And what kind of results do you guys think you're gonna get with this? All right, so let's spend about 10 minutes. Let's play some music. All right, are you guys ready? So remember, sign somebody to write. Be your scribe, and we'll just spend a quick 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so just within you guys, and then still at the table, just 3 people is good. 3 people is good. And then at the back, and then.
This in the cell, that's the environment. Guys, like more people this. Science. They got where interest not.
I'll be there later today.
Fire.
Later.
I always have a conversation. It's.
You're in the bar, Harry.
I guess that must be.
Yeah, and you feel like you're prepared. To get this. Yeah. Yeah.
One of the big things that we have an issue with the reputation. So, you know, I didn't tell them. You don't pay that in money, must be, you know, they're going to the their problems, but they've actually. But if you're gonna, you know. If you don't like. Yeah, at times people are like they're fighting. Trying to start it. None of that really matters. Because you know, I was with a picture of her. Well, that's. Yeah, and when I started, MLS on the computer, and it was all analog. So if they like when they see there's something. You know what I mean? So we have to show them that very beginning, so if we don't want to do it, you know, where I had things like, where they did want to do, I'll be yes, but then do it.
Hey, I'm gonna go 2 more minutes. All right, 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes.
I haven't ever. You know, I mean, I have things right now. And yeah, so we all like that.
I understand. They're talking about.
Got that negative conversation, right? And then I'll- Yeah.
I'm supposed to.
All right, guys, welcome back. Hey, so here's let's welcome back. So here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to hear you guys. I mean, we'll go kind of group by group, and I'll call. So maybe your scribe will also be your spokesperson, but we need a spokesperson for each group. So, by the way, add that's something that's not in this category that I'm missing. Like, feel free to do so. But what about this group? What are you guys doing, and how are you explaining this to the side? Hey, your house is sitting. It's not as pretty as you thought, or maybe it's not the price you thought it was to sell. What are we doing here?
We're basically telling them with data that this is the price the property should be. And trying to tell, you know, if we're at market or even maybe even a little bit under, we're gonna get a lot more eyes on the property and sometimes the price goes up from there. That's, you know, we back ourselves up with data and, look, on the market for this long at this price, that's obviously the right. The market is not seeing the value at that price. So that's.
Market
Thing,
said no. I'm gonna write that. The market said no.
yeah, exactly,
And you show that with data.
yes.
Can you be and I'll
Okay,
open
so data would be obviously comps,
Yeah.
MLS data, but we also have a lot of analytics now with our own marketing stuff where you can basically see people have viewed it. You can even go, oh, look, we're getting all this activity on Zillow. We've had like 1,000 views. And you know, okay, you've had 1,000 views and you've had 5 saves, and none of those people are sure now
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So you can have all those people look as they happen to be looking, but that is not equating to coming here and looking at your house.
Yeah.
So we have, and not, I'm just using. Have lots of analytics through our listing reports and whatever.
Yeah, and why not use Zillow?
Yeah.
Zillow gives it to you right there.
Yeah, so, not following our advice on preparing their property for sale in the first place, I mean, I'm huge on presentation personally, so. Go in there, even team sometimes, start boxing up their stuff and moving it, whatever, doing what needs. But if they're like, no, don't touch that, that's grandpa's armchair or whatever, you know. And sometimes you just need to then do that reset.
Yeah.
Right, and kind of start over again, so adjusting the presentation, adjusting the price. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're getting the same result.
I love that word reset.
Yeah.
I love that.
Right, and you know, the market is key, so, you know, I've never really had. Maybe once or twice, I literally have had clients on the fact that we wanted to do so much marketing, like pictures and videos and drones and all that kind of stuff. But just making sure that we're doing our job kind of helps us defend our position when we're going to them, saying, look. Had 8,000 views on YouTube, we've had this, we've got boosted ads, we've done, you know, this, that thing, and we're still not getting the activity, so we have to. You know, obviously. To get a different result.
I just throw blame here, because you know, I look at it that way, like, hey, showing them what you've done, hey, these are all the things we've done, don't blame us. We did everything, we're not
Yeah, you
using
just
those words.
say it in a not defensive way.
Right, exactly, I love that, good, awesome, thank you, and just even that thing, I had a listing where they literally had an AK-47 hanging on the wall. It was an expired listing, so I took over and as I'm walking. There's I think I saved the picture. I was like, oh, we need to redo these photos without that AK-47 wall. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen some crazy things.
I had a listing a couple of years. He was a huge Star Wars fan, and she actually had retired teaching and got a part-time Disneyland just to keep herself busy. And in the Galaxy Land or whatever that's called, the space. But he walked in her front door and she had like hanging on the wall. They almost looked like, you know, the swords, whatever, you know, like you couldn't really take pictures, and she had more of them over her fireplace. Her wall paint, like dark green and dark blue and whatever, and you know. Obviously that didn't go over, so when I got the listing, I said, well, we obviously can't do that again, people didn't react to that. So we got rid of all that, painted the house white and, you know, sold it.
There you go. There you go. That's a good. What about over here? What did you guys talk about, or how to talk to the seller, your conversations, what you did different with marketing and price?
Oh, I agree.
Sure.
So, pretty much is, giving them a great explanation, doing our homework, studying the market. Pricing it right from the very beginning and explaining why to them, because most of the time, the clients are very, well, like how much they should price their home, but we know that when we come prepared, we educate. Break it down to them that if the factors are locations, you know, used on the house, like nearby schools, busy roads, and all that stuff, so. That's,
Yeah.
we have more, but I mean, that's.
Price like that. Would you change? What would you change?
Okay, well, something, they have an amazing house, it's really, well, they just kind of just 3 or 4 word descriptions on the MLS, and they're not really time on like good quality photos that are catching our close to the eye. So that's, they're not showcasing it. So people like to like clutter, to, you know, clean it out, so that's when we would have to spend and just let them know how important that, because that is the IRSs that are always right up, so.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Investing on marketing, like just
Good.
being open to look into other things to market well and make it more catchy.
You guys pay for online marketing? How many of you guys pay online marketing? Let's say social. Anybody for their listings? Maureen, Sandra, you guys, what's the verdict on that? How do you guys feel about that? Is it worth it?
I think it goes all, you know, like especially like social media enhances your own organic
Sure.
social media. I mean, when you get random. Random people, but some stuff that come from that, and it's very inexpensive. I think,
Yeah.
on one of my listings just closed. I think I spent $30 and I had like 20,000 views.
$30, not bad.
Yeah.
How much fun.
That's the price of a Chipotle now. $30.
But I mean, I think it goes organically with everything
Yeah.
else that you're doing.
Yeah.
Your current stuff like that.
Betty, you had your.
Yeah, well, question for Sandra, she paid extra for the social media. Got so many viewer, what is the result? Besides you feel good.
Besides me feeling good,
Yeah.
I get a little bit of, I get more followers that follow somebody that they know, that I know, and that's how.
Yeah.
Do you tell the seller you're doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was actually what I was gonna make the point of. Actually, Sandra, sorry to interrupt you, but a lot of times it's just to show the sell, hey, and this is how many views, impressions we got on social media and Instagram. They still don't want to put in an offer.
Boy, it goes from like what Karen said,
Yeah.
Zillow, you go,
Yeah.
you show Zillow, you show social media, you show the amount of people that come through the open house, you show, and that doesn't lie.
And I'll kind of go into the next. I would always put in money just for that reason to show, hey, look, we are, because you don't want to sell and say, well, are you marketing this on social media or just supposed to? Let's go with this group. Like, what did you guys come up with, Sandra? On some of this stuff that we didn't write up here. Go ahead, Cindy.
That's what, how you're speaking with your seller, important is to be honest with them, because you're at the houses, you're talking with the potential buyers and everyone that comes through. And then they're it's important to share that as mentioned, it is important to share the positive.
Negative feedback. So what do you think of my house? Oh, it's all right. Your voice gets bitch. That's not being honest.
But
Yes, I love that. Love.
Have to frame it, and this is some feedback we've gotten from people who've looked at it, so it's not coming from you.
Yeah.
You're
Right. Had them put text cards. and
Okay.
They wrote it, and then I stacked.
Well, they can always go, this is ridiculous. What do you think, Richard? Do you agree? But then that's you gotta be honest.
no,
But
Yeah.
share that she has developed with the seller that didn't want to pay commission. And sometimes our sellers come to one of us.
Oh, yeah.
That can cause it to say,
One, two. The realtor would not. Pay. Yeah.
but that's something we don't think about now. It's, with sellers not paying, that eliminates a lot of buyers that aren't able to add that to their closing costs. Good.
Say that again, Mari?
No, was that up front or?
Oh, Tuba was sharing that, yeah.
Yeah. What else? Anything else from you guys?
You said.
Yeah. Awesome. That was
So
good.
just maybe remove the distractions that they were in the beginning, because the question here is. The listing is sale, what do we do? So just
Yeah.
remove it. If they didn't want to pay commission, pay it.
Yeah, you gotta.
You know, like you have to exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
If they had a.
Exactly. Gotta move. You gotta change something. You're getting the same results. What about the group in the back?
Okay, basically, I think the important thing is the communication with the seller. And because property shouldn't be market for more than 6 months, in my opinion. Also, the most important thing is we usually like to, because based on the market outward and for any of the listing. So usually like to sell a property the first few weeks, even the first. Because that's how the seller get the most money.
Yeah.
And so we are always there in the first open house, try to get people, potential buyer and agent. And so the communication with the buyer and agent thing about their property, probably is the most important thing. Because it's not coming from you, potential buyer coming from the agent. And the sale, we realized that, yeah, or try to lower the commission.
Yeah.
Try to lower the price just to get a quick commission. And so I think the commission probably is the key here.
Well, especially since the buyer's agent is talking to the buyer. So those two opinions are going to be synonymous. It's kind of like a telephone game. The buyer is telling us is
Yeah.
probably what they're telling the buyer, or the buyer is.
Guys, it boggles my mind sometimes actually too, and I encourage you guys to do. When I property for that agent doesn't call me the next day or even later that day, how did it go? Any feedback? Is your buyer going to be submitting an offer and asking those questions? And that's something I think. But again, some of the stuff that we're doing is not directly connected to, oh, this is going to end up selling the house. Some of it is just so that you can sometimes even keep the listing or renew a listing or get price reduction. Communicating that, but buyer agent feedback is huge. Yes, indeed.
Best. One of the things is that when you do the right thing, the money will. Full sense commission breath a mile away, and if you're doing what's right for your, then you will always do.
Yeah, and even if you're a buyer's agent, I mean, I use this line all the time. You don't price the properties and talk into it. I might be talking you out of more properties than if anything. So then you come up as, hey, you are being upfront, and I've done it many times. And when you talk someone out of a property, doing it in a genuine way, sometimes that earns more trust than anything. Did he just talk me out of this? Now I really trust him. Right? A lot of good stuff here. I want to just share, maybe if I could just share just even some of the things that have worked for me. Changing the main photo. Change the main photo. Because people are seeing the same things, especially if they see it on Zillow, same things over and over again, but change the main photo. Yes, bro.
Outfit along with changing the order of the photos.
Yeah, change photo, change the listing description. I had a listing that was sitting for quite some time, and I reached out to the local there and went to their board meeting, and I was like, okay, let's do a new broker tour. I mean, it was sitting on the market, so we just did it, and we also pitched it there. And then the thing that we did that it actually worked. I started personally calling the top agents in that area. This was in Hacienda Heights. I found out I got this from title. Who are the agents in this Hacienda Heights area? I just picked up the phone, just started calling them. It wasn't a text, it wasn't an email. I picked up the phone. It's like, hey, this is Richard Chung from Keller Williams. I know you're an agent in this area. I've got this listing here. Do you have any buyers that this would fit for? You think top agents are sitting on the MLS looking for properties? They're missing stuff all the time. But then you bring something to their attention. Oh, I think I do have a buyer for this one. So that could be a good strategy too.
Reverse prospecting, I've called,
Reverse.
because they send listings to their buyers, so.
Yep. Open houses, that could work too. A lot of the little different strategies, and again too. I mean, this goes back to even the data that you're showing. I think not comps are important. Like, hey, these are the comps, but also the activity that you're doing. Our team, we send out a report every Monday to the seller. Hey, this is what happened since Monday, the week before. All the things that we had, the feedback that we got, the number of inquiries and the number of calls that we got to show that the activity is there. And I think Steve bringing up this point too. A lot of times, I mean, you got to act fast. If that first week you price a property and you're getting nothing, you have to really start thinking, okay, what do we do? What did we miss here? And I tell this on listing too, especially if a seller, and I'll close off with this. Sellers, you guys ever heard sellers say, no, I think it's worth more than that. Oh, yeah, I think it's worth at least $100,000 more. and and they're like, no, I'm only going to list it at this price, and that I will actually tell the seller, okay, if we list it, you know what? We will likely know whether we price if that was the right price, probably within the first 3 to 4 days. I will, if we're not getting any calls, I'm going to tell you right away, we did not price it right. The market rejected your price. Stephen, you had your hand.
Always look at the mirror ourselves. A lot of these agents are not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
For the property for their client. I showed the 3 property this past weekend. 3 property is between the 2 to 5 million. And show up the agent really prepare the house really nicely. When we get there, everything, all the lights is on, everything is good, agent is there, explain all the features of the property. The second property, which is has been on the market probably over a year. And we get there and they are not, they just use the combo lava for the property. We get there, we get into the house, all dark. And it's a 3 or 4 million property. And so the agents should be there, get the house, explain all the features of the community and property to potential buyer agent. Fortunately, I'm the local agent. Nowadays, you will find a lot of the buyers agents are coming from out of the area. They don't know anything about what's going on here. If you have the agent cannot feature of property in the neighborhood to the potential buyer, service to your client. And the third property is the same thing, and the owner, he texted me saying, okay, the owner will open the door for you, okay, and then he didn't even show up. And so I went there and probably took the house is very dark. And so I think that as listing agent is our responsibility, not just keep reducing the price, we have to look at the house. It's very important.
Look at yourself. Don't just blame everybody else but yourself. I agree. And even to Steven's point of, look, I can't help but think. I mean, I think I can explain this property better than a buyer's agent. I think the buyer's agents a lot of times miss a lot about it. And I mean, I have the confidence in myself. I'm a better agent, and I can do this better than anybody else can. Behalf. So that's a great point. Good. Anything else? Was this valuable for you guys? Was this good? Learned some stuff. I learned a lot already. So thank you, because I got 2 listings that are sitting, and now I can I can look at myself in the mirror. What are you doing wrong, Richard? All right. Well, you know what we got to do. I'd love to end this with the same, because I love you guys and thank you guys all for being here. So let's we are now never going to have a listing that's sitting, right? Psych. All right, here we go. It's hard for me to fit everybody.
Yes.
I know, I need your sticks now. Okay, I think everybody try to, if you guys are on the edges, squeeze in a little bit. Dolly, there you go. All right, 1, 2.
At the top of your head.
Oh, no, I didn't even get my hey, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for joining. We got broker tours going on this afternoon as well. But have a great rest of your week, guys.